as we move on to round 3, heat number 2, enjoying our time here in El Salvador. Lots of great waves around here. We saw Kanoa Igarashi yesterday afternoon surf a wave down the way called Bocana, and got a couple of fun waves just to mix things up a bit before the matchup today with Eli Hanneman.
He kind of isn't always in the mix, and he should be. He really doesn't have many holes in his game, and is such a phenomenal surfer.
Hustles Eli for the start, gets position on him. Let's see if it's going to be a keeper. He's just redirecting down the wall. Nice lines into a beautiful gouge off the lip. Well-timed hammer to kick things off for Igarashi. Throws the wrap down just to fill in move, and now loading up again. Nice punchy snap off the lip. Driving into a nice section, working hard for that turn. Just kind of feel his way for that little quiet 2-for-1, but it's opening up for him again. Hits the oncoming section and completes it. There's a lot of things that could kind of go sideways on a long ride like that, and every little decision change is just brilliant from Kanoa there.
Coming down the line, let's look at it right here. So as you're coming down the line, you can keep your eyes moving down the line. You can keep being aware of what it looks like on this wave face further down the wave. As you snap, you don't have to turn your entire body back to the pocket, change and redirect the entire board. You get a massive maneuver with all the benefits of just traversing down the line.
Really enjoy just the angles of that first turn. And then the rest of the wave kind of played out in a different way, Mitch.
Yeah, it was a hard wave to read after that, and especially with the first commitment, setting you back behind the whitewater quite a bit. It's really difficult to readjust here in time. Did well. I mean, it's not going to be a massive score, but it's going to be a placeholder at the moment, Joe. So kept the flow going down the line. Asked for the ski afterwards. He's going to be out the back with just over 30 minutes still on the clock. But as you said, that motion right there, Tanner, I love the way you broke it down, because you don't necessarily have to bring your entire body back with you. At a lot of here goes Eli with the answer back.
Eli Hanneman back on tour, setting up that first arc, setup work there, quick section that he's going to try to punch through. He's ultra deep and not the way he wanted to start. Forced to step off, and now Kanoa's got priority. Kanoa will make you pay for those mistakes as a veteran. Has been at it for a long time. Pro surfer as well. Had a big win in Brazil back in the day. As we look at Igarashi throwing down an arc. His management's here as well with Mike Parsons as he steps off. A short ride there, so a little bit of daylight for Hanneman now, Tanner. Like, that's exactly how I wanted to play it, or is it always exactly how you adapt? Here comes Kanoa, setting up a nice arc. Wow, look at that section. He ends up disappearing on us. Hanneman now live on a solid one here as he now sets up the pace. This thing's kind of folding in half, and that thing will just run down the point with not too much scoring potential. That was smart to get out of there and not get carried away down the stretch there.
You have a conversation with him, and the other day he was in here with us for a couple of heats. He was talking about Excel spreadsheets in his head and everything, and I'm just like, he does not have like a normal conversation with you.
Eli now up, and you can tell he's over that thing.
But I think the boards have changed a lot, because when he made his debut 10 years ago,
sparky change that I think was really powerful for a lot of the tour when he jumped on Sharp Eyes. And now on the JS Industries, we're seeing a nice framed open face fade and cutback from Igarashi. And now starting to really push down the line at Punta Roca. Another section's going to make things difficult and actually force him to step off.
Management at that 40 minutes. Maybe it works out for the experienced veteran right here in Kanoa.
Oh my goodness, what a nice carve. Like, so well placed. I always love it when he starts with his hands back. Allows him to really engage the heel rail there. And as he's moving forward down the line, you know, Joe, I like your point with Kanoa. He's worked his way through different shapers, and
so not much of a score there, but fun to watch. And then Eli's wave, Tanner.
Yeah, and this kind of speaks to what I was talking about. His board right there, driving so hard into the lip, and he's able to get a lot of power out of it. Goes again in this turn. This is specifically what I want to mention. Carve, release, right there at that point. So he's got, even within his power, he has a lot of variety and he throws a lot of flair in it. Did a great job of just kind of relaxing and resetting, because this end bolt is very tricky to time. And he did a good job. Another carve, and then came down, dropped down, got here early, and got out of the action made it happen.
Well done. Great breakdown, Tanner. You could see the dynamics of that surfboard. One more look at this thing.
Yeah, that's a tough section to hit. There's so much foam and undulation, and even, hey, look, yeah, he's stoked.
I love that.
You know it, because you've done all the hard work.
If he makes it out of this barrel right here, I just love the intent that he immediately goes for the stall, perfectly positioned right here, has the one arm in to drag just a little bit of speed, and of course, just maybe overstalls a little bit right there at the end. So it's going to be an incomplete one, but a good vision. The former Pro Junior champions, Bear Mamiya, has been able to win over there. Cody Young, a couple big names, and it's so sick that it's still considered one of the raddest events on the planet.
Eli's going to drift into this wave and punch the tail out and go down over the handlebars, but just worth a look under priority.
Continue to push himself in bigger waves. He's just only become better even since that point.
So Kanoa, after being rewarded priority, will choose this wave to get rid of a 267. Throws that nice arc in the pocket, and the section's going to land on his toes. He'll get out in front to a flat section and has to step off. 2-5. Let's watch Kanoa's wave, Tanner.
Yeah, and so we had Connor in again, like I was saying yesterday, and he mentioned never getting behind the wave face. So this turn was great, but when you see Kanoa gets barely behind, and it just becomes so hard for him to get around that foam ball to get any...
You know, it was important to actually come from behind on that type of venue, especially for Carissa's big backhand snaps. Opposite case here. Kanoa Igarashi finding some clear water to open up. Needs a 4-0-1 for a lead change. Nice, beautiful time snap off the top on a big section. And then graceful in transition of the carve. Loading up for just a nice little tag, and that'll create some space. It's kind of bending out to sea a bit. And a lot of foam there, but he's going to try to surf the whole thing. Maybe getting a little inside double up wedge. Finds a lip line to play with there. Dancing off the top again, and Igarashi going the distance on this thing. Finally hopping out there, taking advantage of the water patrol assist.
Yeah, to me, those last few maneuvers are key for the score, though. The lead right here, Joe, and then eventually go back out and use priority as a pressure.
So right here, Tanner trying to ditch the 277.
Yeah, and I think, Mitch, you nailed it. I think this ride is to get back on top. So he knows he needs only a 4 at the moment, and that turn really is what he's going to present everything around. That was a really nice stab right in the pocket. Best section of this wave. So what I like about what Kanoa did here is he didn't overplay it. This wave wasn't really offering much, and his body language chills out right here. We're kind of all just chilling. We're not really overthinking it. We're not overcooking the meat. And then he comes in, and he's able to get this in one more turn. So he did well. I think this is going to be a good shot for the score, and just more of a competitive wave to surf. Like, I feel it was...
Kanoa Igarashi moving forward into the quarterfinals to have a matchup with Australia's Callum Robson. Another fun, all regular foot matchup, potentially on later on today.